It's nine-ish for real tonight. Sports Blocker Riddock, Power Bottom Line and it's the '70s show edition.
Oh shit.
So yeah, let's let's get into the most ridiculous score that I've seen in my lifetime in an NFL game. Dolphins versus them Broncos.
Broncos ride
Listen,
this country.
70 of them.
and he took and McDaniels took his foot off the gas.
Way off the
Damn
gas.
shame. Put the backup in, the backup scored, and they could have broke the record, but they was just like, nah.
They probably could have got 84.
But
They could have easily gotten 84.
The craziest thing about the game, though, like for real, I didn't even realize this until I started watching the highlights. Waddle wasn't even in there.
No.
No, he didn't play the whole game. I think he was hurt.
Yeah.
He was out. You got a backup that nobody ever heard of before. Have what was it? 58 fantasy points or something crazy.
Arachne.
No. His name is
Shin. He doesn't want to pronounce the word.
Achin.
Achin.
H-N, yeah.
Well, however.
So yeah, the first time in NFL history that a couple of things happened. So you have
A monstrous ass whooping.
that the first time 70's been scored since '66, and then the first team in NFL history. Now the NFL has been around for
106 years, 105 years.
something crazy. The first team to ever have 350 yards passing and 350 yards rushing in one game. Also, the first team to ever have 5 rushing touchdowns and 5 passing touchdowns in one game. The same game.
Damn. And they let a nigga named R. Chosen get to the house.
One silver lining for the Broncos.
Nobody got hurt.
The offense didn't give up any points, meaning no pick sixes, no fumbles returned. So the Dolphins defense didn't score.
That makes it even worse, though.
I know, but I'm trying to. The Broncos ride this country.
Because normally when you have like even a 40-point game, you're going to have a pick six, you have a fumble return.
There wasn't a pick six in the Chiefs Bears game.
But that's the Bears. The Bears,
I mean, the Chiefs didn't even get one.
but they need to just go ahead and give it up.
Oh, I said that last week on the on Power 5.
But
That's bad. Did y'all see the clips from the post game press conference?
Where
Peyton was very sassy.
Sean Payton was like, "Yeah, we're gonna watch this." I was like, "A word? Why?
What's the question?
What's the question?
What's the question?
What's the question?
What's the question? Is there a question?
Yeah, I said all his choices and his decisions were very questionable.
See, Sean Payton's realizing at that moment, I should have waited 1 year because they about to fire somebody else, and I could have got a way better job.
And Denver is a great job though. You got a winning organization. You got owners.
It ain't the same ownership.
Denver is a great job if you have the ability to go in there and do what you want to do.
Okay.
This year, he didn't have the ability to go in there and do what he wanted to do.
Yeah, he's hamstrung.
They're hamstrung with Russell Wilson for the next 3 years. So you have to fix Russell Wilson.
That you cannot blame Sunday on Russ.
Oh, I don't blame all of Sunday on Russ.
Dangerous had nothing to do with what happened.
I do blame the fact that they only scored 20 on Russ. Because if a team is scoring 70, no matter how good that defense is gonna give up some touchdowns simply because.
Yeah, and they didn't give up a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say Russell had the game of his life.
I mean,
and the Broncos scored 50. They still would have lost by 20.
That's cool. But that game, if they're going to score 70, that game should have been something more like 70 to 36, 70 to 44, 70 to 50. You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell, the Chiefs at one point had scored the most points and lost.
Yeah,
And matter of fact, they've still scored the most points and lost. When it was 54-53 against the Rams down in when it's supposed to be in Mexico City, but it wound up being in L.A.
Still the only team to score 50 and take a hit.
Yeah,
In a game.
that's amazing to me.
No, it is.
But the Broncos should have been team number 2 to do that.
Man,
It's
I don't think they have the personnel at all.
Oh, well, it starts with the quarterback.
I mean, I get it.
In this NFL, if your quarterback ain't shit,
But looking at the stats, what more could Russ have done? Like what Tua had 300 and I think it was 310 yards. Russ had 304. Like as far as putting up stats, Russ did pretty much everything he could have done.
I'm not necessarily blaming Russ. I'm blaming the fact that the coaching staff and whoever was calling the plays didn't. After you're down so much, it's fuck it.
You got to pull out everything.
I got there's nothing that's off the table here.
Right.
Double. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We can run this shit. Anything that we never thought we were going to be able to run, we running that shit today.
Just practicing fake punts on second
Man,
down.
it's already a travesty.
Yeah.
So, man, fuck it. Let's get some of this other bullshit. Let's see if this shit really works.
Yeah.
Because they had put up 40.
And it's not like that's not in Peyton's personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Hey man, I think Peyton might be done, bro.
Hey,
I think he might be done. I think he might have took this job just to spite the league. You know what I mean?
but do you want to go out like this though?
I don't think he's gonna have a good time with this job.
You know what?
Even if he turns things around.
I know it's kind of early, but we too close to it. I gotta bust in.
Uh-oh. Is it that time?
It's Peace Power 5.
Peace Power 5.
Y'all already on my topic, so I figure might as well do it while we on it, and we can make, you know what I'm saying, make it happen.
Let's get to it.
This week, the Power 5 is themed might not make it.
Okay.
And these are the NFL head coaches that might not make it to the end of the season, but definitely might not make it until 2024.
All right.
Now before we get started.
Before we get started with this,
it's
still brought to you by nobody, but we can resolve that.
I just hope that who I think you have on there is not on there. Let's get to it.
Hey,
Let's get to it.
we're going to get to it. Y'all ready? Peace Power 5. Might not make it.
Peace Power
Coaches
5.
that might not make it to the end of 2023 season, but definitely might not make it to the 2024 season. We're going to start with an OG. It's kind of a shock, but not really a shock. Kind of depends on just really the mood of how he's feeling, how the owner of the team is feeling. We're going to go with Bill Belichick.
Oh,
At number 5.
At number 5, that's pretty spicy.
I don't think so. The Patriots have not been winning for the past, what, 4 years?
Yeah.
So if they don't win this year, that's 5 years. You either have to fire Belichick the coach or Belichick the GM.
or
Which
the
really
other,
means
or
you're
both.
going to do both.
which
you
means you
gotta do
probably have to do both. So Belichick might not make it to 2025.
Now you saying with Belichick though, are we saying he's not gonna make it through the season? Because I really
No, I'm
don't
saying he
think
might not make it to the 2020. Now this is you might not make it through the season, but you
Or-
definitely
Okay.
might not make it to the 2024 season. Yeah. So Belichick, man, they didn't
There'll
have
be some riots. At
he
the
he
Foxborough.
he's
That
been
happens.
no because he's even been missing on draft picks for the past 4, 5, 6 years.
Now the kid they got this year.
Oh,
Gonzalez,
nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
Gonzalez is nice.
Nice. But I bet you somebody had to twist his arm to take him.
They almost had to though. Like they defensive backfield, it was pretty piss poor. So they had to do something, and they made the right choice.
I think so.
Hell, I think Belichick might have that standard for himself.
Oh, so you just be
If
like,
I ain't done nothing in 5 years, what the fuck am I doing here?
gotta go. And I mean, really, he hasn't done anything before or after Brady.
Yeah,
That's just
his
a-
last couple years with Brady, I mean, they won one, but that was a bullshit when they wasn't even supposed to get to. But you know, D Ford lined up off sides.
But people rarely bring up his Browns tenure.
And that's what I'm saying.
Oh, that was terrible.
They were decent, and especially with like the personnel he had. And I'm not talking about players. I'm talking about the actual front office personnel he had that went on to different places. Like they should have been a lot better than what they
Should have
were
been.
when he was in Cleveland.
Definitely should have been. But Cleveland.
I mean, you talk about all star.
You want to talk about some all stars? This next coach, they wear stars on their helmet. It's Mike McCarthy, number 4. Might not make it. Might not make it, boss.
Eh.
Nah, he's gonna make it through this year. He's gonna make it through the season.
Most definitely.
But
You got to.
but he definitely might not make it to 2024, depending on
How many
they do
years he
this
got
season.
left in his contract?
I think 2.
2. Enough for Jerry Jones to be like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, he don't do that often though.
He don't.
that's
Jerry-
Jason Garrett was there for.
that's why
Hey,
Jason Garrett was there
he
because that
was
motherfucker had a
way-
contract. And
Jerry has openly stated, I'm getting older. I know I'm not going to be here long. I want to see us get one more before I go. Well, I'm sure we're going to get to this, but if what happens again Sunday, this past Sunday to the Cowboys, if that continues to happen, no, Mike McCarthy's, you're not going to make it, boss.
You can't lose to the Cardinals this year.
Mm-mm.
This is
Yeah, that
one of
kinda
the
hurt.
years where if you lose to him
They're not trying to win.
at all,
When that happened, I said, "Oh shit, somebody getting fired. Somebody is getting." That's when I put Mike McCarthy on my list. Might not make it, boss.
I don't see him firing him though.
Now the next 3 are actually pretty obvious, but I still, I gotta list them. Matt Eberflus, head coach of the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
Even though you MIZ, ZOU, you know what I'm saying? When Gary Pinker was there, he was a defensive coordinator for the Tigers.
nah, he may not make it to the
You might not make it to the end of the season.
He may be the first one.
You definitely. Well, I don't know, because I got a couple of these other 2 motherfuckers. Number 2, Josh McDaniels, a head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah.
You might not make it to the end of the season, my guy.
My only pushback with that, they still paying Chucky what? I think they got
Oh,
like
man,
6 or
I
7 a year per year, and he has 6 years left. On
He
that?
had it was $10 million a year for 10 years.
Yeah.
But they don't have to pay him the full 10. They have to pay him a certain percentage of it, but it's like every year, and they have to pay him. I think it's like 60 or 70%. It's something stupid. Still.
Well, that's on them. But Josh McDaniels in the real world, nah, you might not make it, boss. You's terrible. That's your job. I can't even remember if he was offensive coordinator. You're a decent offensive coordinator.
When that's all you got to deal with, that's all right.
Yeah, but nah, you are not a good head coach.
And that's another one in there, Brady though. Like he looked good.
Looked good because of Brady probably. But
And Randy Moss.
Well, yeah, that was a terror on the league.
Yeah, they kind of got a whole lot of credit for Randy Moss's work. If we're being for real.
But you know who's messing up the church's money for real, and definitely is not gonna make it to the end of the season. You can. Brandon Staley, head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers.
He should not make it.
You shall not pass.
But he shouldn't have been there.
He shouldn't have.
Like he's definitely overstated.
Sean Payton should be the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers right now.
Hey, if it wasn't for Nick Bosa, they could have been the ones that got they get 70 put on. And their offense can't ever get right. Ever. Not when it count.
They should have lost to the Vikings Sunday.
They most definitely should have.
But that's P's Power 5.
I'm surprised you ain't had the Vikings on there.
This is just his first or second. This is like his second year as head. So he as much as I would like to put him on the list. I know he's gonna be all right. Now I did have a couple of honorable mentions.
Come on with it. I think you're gonna give it to me.
One of them is Sean McVay out in L.A. with the Rams. He might not make it.
He might not, but
if
they
he
almost begged him to come back.
But now I was gonna say, if he don't make it, that's gonna be because he don't want him. It's gonna be because he's stepping aside, not necessarily because he's getting let go. Because Sean McVay don't want to rebuild, and that's what they got to do.
With no picks.
With no picks, because fuck them picks.
They sold their organizational soul to get a ring. Like,
hey,
they got it though.
And then the other honorable mention I had, kind of shocked me when I put it down, but I felt it when I put it down. It's Mike Vrabel.
Oh no, no. That's another one. The shroud is coming off of.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree with you on that.
I wanted to put him in the actual top 5, but I feel like if he can get the Titans to go 9-8 somehow.
This year.
Somehow. Because 9-8 puts y'all in contention to win the South, definitely.
No, if we won 9 games this year, we win in the South.
I don't know, because the Jags.
Look here, man.
The Jags lost to
to the
Colts.
And I know.
I told you that was gonna happen last week under Power 5. It's right there.
But I know this much. I got the nigga on 2 of my fantasy teams. 3 yards net.
Who that?
Henry.
Derrick Henry.
3 yards net.
And the squad had.
I've been saying
87 total.
I've been saying for the past couple years that was finna start happening.
That's all we got.
That's all y'all got.
Yeah, what's the name?
And they don't have a line.
At all.
They don't have a line.
Like at all. You could put us 3 out there, and we would probably be just as good as what we got out there.
I wouldn't.
I'm being really serious. It's bad out there.
I wouldn't. I'm just saying. I just, y'all might, but I wouldn't. I
Hey, real
never
talk.
played offensive line,
If
so
they-
I
if-
wouldn't.
If they gave you an NFL contract, you wouldn't even just go out there because you would be just as good as our right guard right now.
I mean,
Just as good.
they're gonna be like, "How much we paying this dude?" Oh, he's terrible.
That's what I say to our offensive line right now.
Oh no, they
I
would.
watch the games and I'm just like, how much are they paying this nigga? Where is he from?
From
Mr.
Tareba
George,
State.
how much you paying this guy?
Like, Mr. Jordan,
No, it's too much. That's too much.
It's too much. It's
Too
too much.
much.
It's like veteran minimum, too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much. Too much.
Practice squad, too much.
Too much. Too much.
But yeah, they got to blow that up.
They should have done it last year.
Yeah.
If not last year, they should have done it this past off season.
And what are they 1-2 now?
Yep.
Hey,
And should
Hey.
be 2-1 because there's no way that we should have lost to the Saints that first game. Shouldn't have beat the Chargers last week.
hey, hold on. D-Hop only signed a year contract, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If they lose another game, they should trade Derrick Henry before the deadline. Trade him to a playoff contender for a mid-round pick.
As much as I would hate that, I would respect it.
Trade him
and
to the
would-
Chiefs.
I would like that for him.
Nah.
Nah. Fuck it. Yes.
And he ain't gonna play him.
Okay.
Say just to
Hey,
have him.
that-
Derrick
that's
Henry
the-
could be on this squad, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is still getting some touches.
Hey,
I don't.
that's cool.
I don't see that.
I wouldn't see that, but
I don't see that.
even if Andy didn't play him, okay. It means that one thing it means most importantly is we don't have to play him,
Yeah.
and it only cost us a 4th round pick, and
If that
and
at this point,
fuck around and give him the ball a couple of times and like it. That little issue that we have about
But we
third
can't
and
afford
short,
him, can we?
No,
We can't afford him.
hey man,
well, because this is last. Like,
none of that money is real.
No, but all this guaranteed money, like we already paid that because they restructured
Yeah.
his contract. So yeah, y'all wouldn't pay him jack shit really.
Yeah.
He's just getting his game checks at this point.
And he's getting in from Tennessee.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Andy would do it.
Imagine this.
Only to have a goal line runner.
I was about to say, imagine this.
That's fine.
It's 3rd and goal. You at the 2. You
You
ran
got
some,
our offensive line with Derrick Henry.
you done
behind.
ran
I
some
see it.
bullshit a couple of times, just fucking around. See, all right,
And you can't.
and you turn
can't
around,
load the box. You
and
can't load the
Andy
box.
Reid has to look up. Hey, go ahead and get that touchdown.
But I mean, with the weapons that y'all have as far as receivers go,
Oh
you
man,
could
that
not
would.
load the box on dude. So that would.
Oh, Derrick Henry would eat. He would eat, and he is still special enough of a player to where if, like, let's say the Chiefs did get him, they would create plays simply for
having him?
Yes, you have to.
This would be his,
yes,
This would be his career buck
Hey,
alter
these-
volume
hey.
2.
check it out, Derek. We know you just got here Thursday and it's Sunday. But what's gonna happen is we're gonna run you these 7 plays right here. Yes, it's just pretty much you up the gut.
Different variations of it.
No, it's just you up the gut.
Oh.
Don't worry about anything else that's happening. It's the exact same. You up the gut.
Every time.
Off Smith and off
Thuney.
Tooney,
Tooney.
yeah.
Humphrey.
Humphrey. Off the right side.
That's pretty nasty.
Because Tooney's going to pull on a couple of these. So you don't worry about nothing else that's happening. You up the gut, off the right. Kill it. All 7 of these plays. On 2.
You'd have to find a way to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire in that deal.
Tell me. They can trade him.
We don't want him.
No, that's what I say. No, you got to take him, though.
We do not want him. No, sir.
They can trade him.
No, sir.
Matter of fact, yeah. Go ahead and get rid of Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Three-team deal. Helaire got to go somewhere else.
Oh, shit.
He got to go somewhere else. I'm sorry.
You done drug somebody else into this mess.
We bringing somebody else in this shit.
Well, y'all need any and everything, so.
Oh, we need everything. We just don't need him. That would.
Oh,
man.
man. Oh, shoot. Bring the Raiders in for Josh McDaniels. And they out and traded for the coach.
Trade the coach. Hey, it's happened before.
Mm-hmm. A few times.
Seeing Cooper, because Amari Cooper had more receiving yards than Tannehill had passing yards.
Oh my goodness.
That's how bad our offense was over the weekend. And he had negative, we had so many sacks that he ended up having, I think, 100. It was like 104 passing yards, but then when you added up the sacks, it was like 80 something passing yards. Net.
But Malik can't take no snaps. Can't take no snaps.
I don't even want to talk about the rookie. They didn't gave this fool a
Mayo coffee?
Yeah, Hellman's didn't gave this fool a lifetime deal.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes. Gave this and paying him in mayonnaise. That's
gross.
That actually happened.
That's the gross part.
They're paying this man a lifetime supply of mayonnaise for being their spokesperson.
Oh my god. That's so
and
gross.
his chick broke up with him. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but she was just probably like, "Hey, you could have got some type of money for this, and this is what you accepted."
You took the mayo.
I mean, you
you
could have
took
got.
the mayo.
They was gonna give you the mayo anyway.
You gotta got a little bit of money at least. I mean, maybe not a whole. I wouldn't have hit him over the head.
I would have hit him over the head. Niggas, hell, it's mayonnaise. When was the last time have you seen anybody a spokesperson for mayonnaise? Miracle Whip ain't got nobody out there pitching Miracle Whip.
For some reason, I feel like it used to be celebrities doing Miracle Whip commercials, kinda.
But the shit sells itself though.
Or yeah, I mean, that's just a regulation commodity.
I ain't even seen no Miracle Whip commercial in a hot
minute.
second.
It's been a while.
In a hot second.
I ain't seen no Hellman's commercials in them. I ain't seen none of those old school commercials like that in a minute.
I mean, because really, do you really have to advertise it? Because people, you either gonna fuck with mayonnaise or you're not.
That's real from the jump. Because a lot of people don't.
But yeah, fuck it. They need to blow it up, dog.
In time.
They need to blow it up. You're going to take a couple more losing seasons.
But see, I think the reason why they really didn't want to do it last year is because they got the new stadium. New stadium would be here, I believe, next year. Like starting next year. Like it's looking pretty decent.
But you're going to put a subpar product in it.
Oh, most definitely. The sub is too far. It is not looking good in Tennessee.
No.
And then little sis moved down there, so I got a place to stay when I go to the games. I'm just like, I just don't want to go. I don't want to spend the money to go down there and watch that shit. That is terrible. I get to watch for free now, and I don't want to watch it.
That don't sound like Chiefs fans.
No, I sound like an early 2010s Chief fan.
2010. Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay. Touche.
Yeah.
But it's 2023 now.
It is.
Mm.
And we was just as shitty back then too. Damn shame.
Not as bad as 2011 Chiefs though.
Oh, we was terrible.
No, somebody got.
2011.
But there was a
2011 was
murder-suicide.
murder-suicide Chiefs. And 2-14.
2-14. That.
So yeah, I take.
Hey, listen. No matter what happens for the rest of my life with the Chiefs and Royals, I will forever be a supporter because they've done me right. I've gotten 2 championships in my lifetime in both of them, out of both teams. Okay.
Oh yeah. I was like, hold on.
But I don't ever want to go through another 2-14.
Hold up, but at this point, after the run that y'all had the last 6 years, actually
10 years.
yeah, about 10 years. After this last decade, basically, you wouldn't take a couple losing seasons, and
I will
be
take
okay.
I will take some losing seasons.
No, I'm talking about like really bad. Like y'all.
I will
used to
take some
be-
really bad. I'll accept a 4-win season.
Okay,
Oh yeah, I understand at some point the gravy train gonna run out.
Right.
it's got to.
You know.
I might accept a couple of 4-win seasons if it means that they're turning in the right direction.
But my hope is just that, you know, if there is a fall off, that it's not off a cliff and just off a plateau. Ooh.
Oh, it's going to be a cliff.
Well, I think
It's going to be a cliff.
The only way that could happen though at this point is if Pat gets hurt. If you have a season where Pat gets hurt, then y'all probably be pretty trash. But as long as he's on the squad, y'all are gonna at least be decent.
Right. I agree.
Playoff like playoff contenders every year. Maybe
Right.
not Super Bowl contenders, but as long as he's at the helm, as long as he's starting,
You got a shot.
We win in the AFC West.
I don't know about all that.
We winning it
Hey,
this year.
At some point, y'all are not going to.
We're not gonna win it this year.
Hey, we ain't been losing to bad teams in quite some time.
Yeah.
Quite some time.
We may not necessarily start off, you know, as hot as everybody would like sometimes.
But
But
Pat's
by the-
going to beat a bad team down.
But by the end of the game, you'd be like, ooh, damn. This was ass whooping.
Yeah.
Not even playing in the fourth quarter.
And was messing up the whole first quarter. So that means second quarter, third quarter, got busy.
I mean, but think about this. What is Patrick Mahomes going to regress to? Rookie season, first year starter, second year starter season.
And then the older he gets, like he's gonna like he may lose some of the physical attributes, but once he for real gets that NFL
His IQ is
knowledge,
only going to go up
it's
football wise.
It's gonna get ridiculous.
Pat gonna mess around and be a coach. Pat gonna mess around and be a coach when he retire.
I don't know.
He mess around and go back to Texas Tech and
I see him being in the booth more than coaching.
no. Not without some voice training.
I don't see him being in I see him sitting at the desk. I could see him being on a Sunday morning pregame.
Oh, like Fox or CBS.
Yeah, I can see him doing that.
I don't see it. The reason I don't see it is because I think the same way he presents himself to the public now is going to be the same way when he retires. He's never going to go too edgy on one thing or another. You know what I mean? He's just going to be a nice guy
Yeah,
and want the best for everybody. You know what I mean?
They don't really go edgy on anything on the pregame shows.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Pat ain't going to talk that shit.
They don't talk any shit on the pregame shows for real. I mean, they joke with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, they don't disrespect the teams or the coaches or any of that.
I don't know. I still don't see it. I'd see him in some fucking movies before I saw it.
Only thing I can see him playing in the movies would be a quarterback.
Or Boomer.
Boomer's son.
Oh man, R.I.P. to the dude that was the voice actor for Boomhauer.
Yeah.
So he died a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ducky died today, or yesterday or today.
Who?
From NCIS.
Oh yeah.
David McCallum, also known as the
man from Uncle.
Well, not even that part. In hip hop history, is responsible for the next episode samples. Dr. Dre sampled his album for that. It's David McCallum was his real name. David McCallum. The End is the name of the song. He was actually a classically trained musician. Yeah, R.I.P. Ducky. You brought us the slaps and some drama.
It's like one of them ones.
Salute to Ducky.
I'll say, speaking of Hollywood, I guess we got to get into it. Your boy T. Kels and T. Swift.
Boy, hey man,
rolled her out in a popcorn machine.
That's funny. Cause I'm sure that I believe it.
No, for real, they had to though.
Yeah.
Cause it would have been nuts.
If she would have just walked out, yeah.
Cause no stadium security could have kept all the Swifties from.
See, cause I'd have been out there like, I want some popcorn, bitch. And she'd have been in there like, no, my God, shake it off.
Yeah. So okay, I know this is gonna be better than what I'm about to bring up, but I don't believe this is gonna happen, but I'm still curious as to why it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna turn into a Jessica Simpson Romo type situation. I don't believe, right? But why won't it?
And I'll say it definitely could.
I mean, I honestly think a little bit of this is literally PR on both ends. You know what I mean?
I can't speak on it.
Or they just having some fun. You know what I mean? But
check my Facebook posts.
But I don't. I think part of this is promotional.
Hey, I'm just saying. Okay, now first and foremost, I was joking on the Facebook post, but it was kind of serious.
Hey, Mama Kels was not amused.
Oh no, she wasn't. But you know what? Taylor Swift didn't give a fuck. She's like, bitch, I'm worth $1 billion. Haha, with a B.
It's like your son is rich, but bitch, I'm stupid.
But I'll buy him.
Like, I'll buy the team.
Man, somebody posted a picture of Taylor Swift sitting on a stool with somebody, and she like had her knees out or whatever, and then I zoomed in on the knees, and it's kind of like a little bruised up a little bit. And talking about, oh, Travis put it to work already. I'm like, man, niggas ain't shit.
I do wonder what the limo ride of shame feels like.
Who took it?
Ooh! Nah, he definitely took her to the crib.
No, he didn't.
They caught him in They got pictures of him in Briarcliff.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they was.
Oh no, he got her back to the hut.
Yeah, they definitely the picture that I saw, they was definitely driving over Broadway.
Yeah,
you going down past City Market. I know that for a fact.
Oh, Kelsey Step and Briarcliff?
Yeah. Allegedly. I don't know that for sure. That's what everybody says.
I always figured, Kelsey for a plaza man.
But hey, man, he's fucking 33 years old, bro. Like, I forget that about him. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he wants to have 33 years old, and you a millionaire. You want to be established somewhere in something of your own.
Oh yeah, no, I'm all G for it.
And hell, I think he really got that before when he was like 27, 28. But are we going to discuss? I don't know if I want to know if this is actually a thing. Are black women really that disappointed?
It's a few of them that thought they had a chance, apparently, and more than a few.
And they may very well have.
Around here?
Well, yeah, possibly. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them, but the ones who possibly would have
got options.
Yeah, they got other options.
They got options too.
But let's just keep it a buck though. It's a few that thought they did that definitely don't.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's
they
real.
didn't stand a chance. They were just, that was they they little impossible dream type deal. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
That's all fantasy.
The Delulu is definitely real out here.
The Delulu.
That's the new word.
Oh, that's I'm hip. I'm already G with the slang. I know. I keeps up.
But real talk, I'm waiting for somebody to call Travis Kelce a sellout.
They trying. That's what makes this shit so funny. Like they trying without actually saying it.
If I were gonna call him a sellout, I would have done so the day he debuted the mustache. But I'm cool with the mustache.
And he does that every year. That's the thing that fucks me up. Like,
so I'm wondering when the beard grows in, or if the beard, because he does
it every year though.
But usually he starts growing the beard by now. Yeah. So.
No, he's definitely holding on to the state trooper look.
She likes the state trooper look. Ooh, arrest me, Travis. Pull me over. I'm gonna write a song about it.
Hey,
like to hear it, here you go.
What if they do stay together? And
have a kid.
And Taylor's like here, like let's say 40% of the time she's not on the road, right? She might
after he's done playing.
Before or after? Yeah.
After he's done playing, if they were still together, or if they, let's say they, still together or whatever, yeah, he's not gonna be here. She's not gonna be here.
No, but I'm saying for them to be together for any significant amount of time,
he'll still have the house.
Is going to require that she spend some time here, and maybe get a few more burn-ins and. Other delicious shit in her body, she might actually grow some cakes.
I mean, because Nashville got decent food down there too.
Yeah,
I say she ain't getting it down there. I don't know how much.
Hey, I mean, she just part of the LBT, man, and it's all good. The long back tribe.
That motherfucker's long.
Oh man.
Her back go all the way down.
How you even hit that front of the back?
Cause just be behind it.
just behind. No behind.
Oh well, in the rear of it.
Or he moves to New York and becomes a socialite.
But would she want to live in New York though?
She has a spot in New York.
Yeah.
That's where she's at when she's not in Nashville.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
But he would move to New York.
We definitely need more, more big celebrities in KC. Because at one point, weren't they rumored that Justin Timberlake lived down in Independence somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah, a few years ago that was a thing. Like they were like Justin Timberlake has a crib in Independence, Missouri.
And I think he does. But he's. I don't think he actually. I think he bought it and sold it. And I don't think it was just him. I think he might have been part of a group of
investors.
And that was what, like 8 years ago.
Something like that. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into these fantasy standings. Somebody took their first L.
Man.
Them Valley Juice legends got their first win.
The sun shines on the dog ass.
Hey man. First off, fuck the Valley Juice legends.
Straight up. Oh shit.
Secondly, that nigga Rockwell, or not Rockwell, Quarter, just happened to luck up with Keenan Allen and Raheem Mostert.
Whose name he can't even pronounce.
He can't. Don't even know it. Rockman Mustard.
Yeah, you know him.
You know
yeah,
what I'm
you know.
talking about.
That nigga from the Dolphins.
I said, "Oh man, that's some bullshit, boy."
Boy,
I looked up and the Dolphins were winning like 42-10 or something. I was like, "Oh shit, they are whooping their ass, and it's just the start of the third quarter."
Shit was real.
hold on, and Mike Evans didn't even go off.
And then, can we talk about how in the third week in a row, one of my team has gone down for the season?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, who'd you have this week?
Mike Williams.
Oh man.
Ouch.
Yo, the injury thing is for real this year. Like,
And they out my squad. It's like Final Destination. Oh, damn. The IR is going to weave its way through my lineup.
Oh, shit. Not get on airplanes.
let me find this.
Oh, no, ain't nobody dying. You just going to get hurt and be on the IR. That's all it is. It's the IR, not death.
Yeah, on one team, I got Saquon Barkley, Christian Watson, and Anthony Richardson, and Jonathan Taylor.
Well, you just drafted all bad. If you drafted Taylor on the squad,
I thought they was gonna get that shit resolved.
Irsay hopped up on whatever he's hopped up on.
He back on that. You say back on that shit again?
He made up his mind.
He's back on the narcotic.
Hey, all of them.
Well, was he ever off the narcotic?
I think he had to be for a little bit because they did have him in some type of program. But then, shit, once he was out, he's like, "Bitch, I'm rich."
Man, he's a billionaire, man. Who gonna tell this billionaire what to do?
Nobody.
How many people?
Nobody.
Y'all know my theory is I believe that if you're a billionaire, you had to have killed at least one person.
At least one.
And I don't even think he would deny it though. He would probably tell you the person or persons.
Yeah, I caught a couple bodies. Yeah.
How many do you think that Bill Irsay probably killed? But Irsay probably, I killed like 13 people, boy. Shit.
Last year.
I thought we had to keep doing that shit. So I just started upping the ante every year, you know. I'm like, fuck it, you know, it's kind of fun.
I got away with it once. I was like, well, shit.
Oh, shit. Let's see if
what was the old owner of the Commanders?
Oh,
Snyder.
Yeah, you thought he was about to put a hit out on Snyder.
Hey.
And
Yeah, whatever that was personal. That was not.
And I was saying, speaking of them, it's a, and I don't know if this was true or not. I tried to fact check it. I couldn't find too much, but there's actually like some sort of Indian or Native American organization that's trying to get them to change the name back to the Redskins.
Yeah, I saw that shit. I don't buy that shit. I meant to Snopes it, but I'm pretty sure that's some bullshit.
Because they said that the original picture that was on the helmet is an actual person.
Right. And I'm like, or my bad, for those that don't know, just look up Omar Epps. Oh yeah, or Omar Epps, really. And that's the face I be making right now when I saw that shit. I was like, oh, fish lips. Cause I know you fucking lying. That could have been on a Power 5 a couple of weeks ago. I know you fucking lied.
The Commanders is just such a trash name now.
That's why they're gonna change it again.
Hey man, the Commandos is dope. Cause if you playing against the Commandos, how you tackling them? Cause they out there running commando.
If they name were actually the Commandos.
Yeah, they got Arnold Schwarzenegger talking about get to the chopper.
I mean, I understand having to do something, patriotic in the vein of patriotism, but yeah, that ain't it. That one ain't it. I think they could have went with the what they call the Red Wolves or something like that. They could have went with that and it'd been all right.
Like really anything.
Honestly,
they could have went they could have been the Washington Warriors.
Honestly, I liked the Washington Football Club
football team.
or football team. Yeah, I like that. I thought that was if anything, I would have done that and leaned into the Tecmo Bowl of it.
It's called put a soccer name on it, be FDC.
No, I'd have been like Tecmo Bowl. Just had the helmet with the blur because you couldn't really see what it was. You just knew it, and it was WAS.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be us. Washington Football Team.
Say just to stick it to the league.
Yep.
Like y'all don't want this name? Well, fuck it. We're gonna go as generic as possible.
No, what would have been greater? What would have even been better if they would have been good under that name?
Any name.
Yeah.
But that was not the case. They're a lot better now, though. Oh, because come on now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm surprised they was winning 2 or 3 games.
Hey, but that's another one might not make it.
I don't even know who their coach is.
Rivera, yeah.
Oh, Rivera. I meant to put that, the asterisk, because, your boy don't like counting. The asterisk of Ron Rivera does not count because we all know that Eric Bieniemy going to be head coach before the end of the season.
Right.
Now, if they play well,
He hurried up and went out there. You know damn well, hey, boy, we just got to end this relationship.
If they play well enough to make it to the playoffs, do you think, barring a Super Bowl, like y'all are saying, Bieniemy is going to be the head coach at the start of the 2024 season, no matter what?
I think so.
Barring the Super Bowl, what would it take?
What would it take for that to not happen?
Yeah, but I'm saying besides the Super Bowl, like what would it take?
10-7 or whatever. How many games in the season is now?
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so yeah. 7 to 10. I mean,
I think it would take for the offense to stay looking solid. You know what I'm saying? And functional and doing some stuff while the defense looks terrible. Because I think Ron Rivera is supposed to be a defensive
he's a
guy.
defensive coach.
Yeah.
And that defense is nothing to be scared of.
Not really.
But it should be, though.
It should be.
Because they front seven.
But I don't think Chase Young is back, is he?
I think last week was his first week back. But, I mean, you had the best two defensive tackles, like as far as a tandem in the league. And I don't think it's close. Well, maybe the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles. Yeah. Woo.
And he got off.
Wow.
I'll say the rookie.
For real? Oh my goodness. That's just. Whew.
Oh, you mean the Georgia defense?
Right.
2.0.
Straight up. The motherfucking Georgia football alumni game.
Man,
That's really what it is.
that is truly what it is. What is it, like 8 of them dudes is
It's something ridiculous, and
Yeah.
that's not an exaggeration either.
no, it's
It's
like
not.
8 or 9 of them
It's
are
not.
Georgia defensive players from the past 4 years, 5 years.
And the two of them from the two defensive linemen
are from the same year. Yeah. They played together 4 years at Georgia, 3 years, 4 years, however long at Georgia already. So they already know what to do. Yeah, they are scary. Did I pick up the? I did not.
Hey, just the fact that they let dude slip all the way to number 9, I still don't understand that.
Who that?
Corner for the
Oh,
for the Eagles.
yeah. I don't know how that happened.
because of the wreck and all that stuff.
Still though, like at some point in the NFL, they gotta stop doing that. Cause I mean, you got him, man, you got Parsons. Like that happened to Parsons. Like everybody knew Parsons should have been a top 3 pick, and then he had some personal, some questionable issues, and he dropped to what 12.
But that's always going to be the case. They're always going to poison the well so they can drink from it they damn self. Like,
And then let him go to Dallas, of all places.
That's what the script said. Do.
what was the other dude that got accused of sexual assault? But he was proved innocent or whatever. I can't remember his name, but he damn near went undrafted, I think. And he was supposed to be a first round pick. That's just what that's the industry. That's the dirty shit in the industry. We're gonna try and get this shit as cheap as we can.
Oh yeah.
Or I don't have the draft picks to get
To get up there.
to go down there and get him. So let me go ahead and knock him down a little bit, where we're a little closer in reach. That's how they do it. It's absolutely not out of the question.
Hey, go get some TikToks of him doing some stuff with his dick out.
Right. You got something, right? Something.
And shit, I don't even think that wouldn't really be shit in today's day and time.
I don't
That's
know.
lightweight.
I don't know.
It would really, like at this point, it would have to be something that you got arrested for, some sort of gun violation. Like it would have to be something like that at this point.
Yeah.
So you got to lay somebody down, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. Or threaten somebody and be on camera doing it.
You're always on camera nowadays. It's
True.
Hey, this is one thing I thought about. There's a proportionate number of basketball players that go to jail or shoot somebody over, or either go to jail over a gun or shoot somebody. I'm talking about college or pro, right? You see a lot of basketball players on some bullshit.
But do you think it's because they're more visible?
I think they're more narcissists. I think ego is everything for them because they don't hide behind a mask. You know what I mean? Like they have to make their face either marketable or legendary in whatever they think that is, right? And some of these motherfuckers still, you know, motherfuckers. Oh, who was fucking Michael Thomas over here banging banging sets after the game?
What?
Bro. Bro.
Why?
Yeah.
Gotta rep your set, cuz.
Yeah.
I mean, blood. Allegedly.
No, Crip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Not so miscellaneous Crip.
Not so miscellaneous crib.
Surprising Crip.
I mean, you know, there is no way I expect for these young men that have come from neighborhoods just like I grew up in, just like y'all grew up in, you know what I'm saying, and not expect them to have some sort of
some affiliation,
ties, something. You know, hey, at some point they'll learn to let that stuff go.
But Michael Thomas is grown. Like, that's not no spring chicken we talking about there.
Hey, he OG now.
He's 30 years old. And a millionaire.
Oh, several times over.
And you still repping set.
Just let them know if I can do this shit you
Man, that dude is just an odd dude, man. Like he's like oh my God, I shouldn't say this, but
yeah, because we can't edit it.
But I felt it, so I feel like he gives me Blueface vibes.
Oh.
Yikes.
You know what I mean? Like I've never heard stories of him not being contentious at minimum. At minimum. You know what I mean?
Man, I say showing your son's dick on TikTok though. That's kind of.
Oh my God.
That's kind of.
What?
Yeah.
Blueface did that?
Yeah.
That
Why?
That was some other shit right there.
Oh.
Man.
Poor child.
Oh, that baby don't stand a chance.
I did see a little clip where there was some bullshit happening in the living room or something. And his son was in the pantry looking for some snacks. Because, you know, he like 4. And that's what the fuck 4-year-olds do. And Blueface go in there talking about, hey, it's ass and titties out there in the room, son, and you in here looking for snacks? You gay?
Like you want little Debbie's? We got
Oh,
we got
my
Big Debbie out here.
Yeah, I'm like, hold up, man. Dude,
Oh, my
what
goodness.
the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Man, I think media is abusing us, dog, by floating them to like you can't avoid them.
Okay.
You can't avoid them.
If you get on the internet, you're gonna see one of them or them together.
That is abuse. That is abuse,
Some
man.
bullshit.
Exposing us to that shit. I don't know anybody that like follows them for real on the regular. Either one of them. Right? But what happens is these motherfuckers do something more outrageous than the last time, and they get a whole bunch of new clicks.
I don't know anyone who like necessarily follows them, but I know a lot of people who tend to, I guess, keep up with them. I guess not necessarily with them, but because they keep up with pop culture in general.
Yeah, and you can't help it.
They're always in the stream of things that's happening. So they wind up keeping up with them, but that's just by proxy. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily by focus. So.
And it's always some silly shit. It ain't never, you know what I'm saying? Like Blueface just started a community center.
Hey,
this nigga got stabbed in the boxing ring. Like you hear the shit, you just like what? Like that nigga was where and what happened again?
Hey, sometime in the far future.
How far?
Huh?
How far?
Probably longer than we're gonna be alive. Okay, so
Thursday.
Society is gonna have to atone for exposing itself to Blueface. For real.
Oh man.
For real. He is a society impacting phenomenon. And not for the good.
So are you saying
that's frightening.
Yeah, Blueface is the Antichrist.
I'm surprised the nigga don't run for office.
You know what? Trump was our president. Nothing. There's nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
Point.
Blueface for city council.
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising. Blueface for mayor of Compton.
Is he from Compton, or is that where he's
Somewhere out there.
residing or whatever?
Well, he ain't gonna be mayor of L.A. So he ain't gonna get that office.
Wherever schoolyard is, wherever the school.
Better move to Inglewood or something. No, Inglewood, you can't even get in Inglewood now because the stadium's over there. No, they ain't letting you.
Well, plus Blueface in Inglewood.
Wouldn't be a good thing.
That's a lot of hot lead flying.
Boy.
I don't wish that on nobody.
But yeah, man, we exposing ourselves to bad shit.
Well, you know, I just try to expose myself as minimally as possible to it. Because I also recognize that what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing redeeming about the entertaining about the story of Blueface and Krishan. For real.
Nothing.
But it's kind of entertaining.
The stupidity of it is, to a degree.
Like the actual shit itself,
it's sad.
It
and
really
disgusting.
is sad, but it's kind of entertaining.
And
No, okay, it's
not enough.
It's worse than Springer, bro.
But it's like in a really lower vibrational type way.
Damn. See, this is very Friday talk. See, but you know what? This is what happens when y'all talk all that sports on Fridays. Then it seeps over.
Yeah.
You gotta mix it up, you know.
But this is like the Color Purple / School Days stuff, where they were like, you know, a lot of people in the black community were like, hey, whoa, we don't air our dirty laundry out like this. And kind of to a degree, I feel like we shouldn't allow the worst of us to be exampled as the best of us.
Or just a representation of us.
Or the most popular of us.
Or the only representation of us.
Okay.
Because this was my argument when I used to argue with the local big radio station here. You know, y'all know who it is. I would say, okay, I understand that you have to play, you know, this over here. But it's 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week, 168 hours. You mean to tell me that in that 168 hours, you can't find 1 hour to play music that is opposite end of what is going on with what you have to play?
Yeah, that's what Sunday mornings are for.
No, I'm not talking about the gospel. Cause KPRT, God damn it.
What the Oh shit!
That just happened.
Oh my God!
But the aforementioned was around, so they didn't even have to do. I mean, they only did that because they'd been doing that, you know, since the beginning. They still do that?
Sunday morning, man, I ain't listening to one on.
Yeah, still gospel Sunday mornings.
I don't know. I don't listen to. I honestly only listen to sports talk and what's on my auxiliary. Some podcasts.
Hey, now theoretically, obviously, we know that the station in question made some attempts to do that.
And I'm not even talking about local music.
Right.
I'm like, hey, there is plenty of, you know, quote unquote mainstream music out here that speaks to positive stuff.
Right.
Or more, you know, leans more towards, you know, actual love or examples of love as opposed to just, you know, getting, you know,
at a minimum, there absolutely should have been a neo soul hour every
day.
Every day.
And you could have did that shit at like 2:00.
Hold on, you could do that Saturday mornings.
Yep, the cleanup hour, the cleanup time.
Yeah. Saturday morning.
Making too much sense right
It's
now.
10:00 in the morning. Y'all know what time it is.
Man.
First song every. Some Anita Baker. You know what time it is. When I heard Anita Baker, I knew my parents was gone, and my sister was like, "Hey,
365 days of the year." Oh my goodness!
Pushing that broom.
Oh my goodness!
Vacuum that cume.
Anita Baker was like the battery for black women in the 80s.
Oh, it still is.
like
oh man, I love Anita Baker.
Yeah, the ones in that age.
Like everybody thought they was Anita Baker. Everybody wanted to live like that.
I want the same old love, baby.
Man.
Yeah, boy.
Okay.
Shit. My bad.
Non-last sports take.
My bad. What?
I said my last non-sports take. If Phyllis Hyman would have stayed alive, she'd end up exceeding Anita Baker's.
That's. Anita was the late 80s.
She was bad. I'm not saying she wasn't.
She owned the late 80s.
But Phyllis Hyman could sang.
Yeah, but Anita didn't necessarily sing like that. But Anita sang and touched your soul.
And she had them songs.
And don't get me wrong, Phyllis Hyman could sing, but Phyllis Hyman didn't really ever touch my soul.
Really?
Not really. She could sing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking nothing away from the singing. She just didn't touch my.
I think she. I think she's a. I don't. It feels like a better. Well, had more time to mature.
Anita
better,
Baker.
Jazz R&B
Sade.
fusion.
I say even Jody Watley.
Vocalists, give me Jody Watley out of those three.
Well, those three are female vocalists that, at that time, in that time frame, that, oh my God, yeah, they could. And Mickey Howard. I love me some Mickey Howard. They could do no wrong, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That
Sade was virtually perfection.
It still is.
Like,
in every way.
You'd be surprised how many people don't like Sade.
Well,
people need to be punched in the
but let's be real. Her range is limited.
But
her groove,
yeah,
Man,
ain't nothing else like it on earth.
Man.
First time I got high, I was playing some Sade, and dude had the surround sound stereo. So different different stuff was coming through different. Oh man, I was just stuck. Like,
it's definitely an experience.
Cause everything is. I mean, the congas are coming through over here, and the flutes and all this other stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is.
People were definitely doing cocaine to Sade.
Oh yeah. I don't think you do. You can't do the cocaine to Sade.
There's a certain segment of society that would be like, fuck it.
Cause it's too mellow. Cocaine, you wind up on some. It's upper. They on some uppity up some.
The sweetest taboo.
That would be the only Sade song in the cocaine mix.
Hold on, they put that on repeat.
Maybe not the only, but it would. Yeah, Sade is way more weed smoker, and opium smoker, and heroin user.
I can see that, yeah.
Than anything else.
The things we talk about on sports bar.
We gonna talk about Deion?
The fresh ale.
Oh man.
I'm just glad they scored.
I didn't even know they scored until you told me they scored, and I was like, "Oh, they scored." I was like, "Okay, at least they scored." It was bad,
Real bad.
One of the things that I feel the worst about in this whole thing is not the L. I knew they were more than likely gonna take the L.
I mean, it was gonna happen eventually.
So supposedly Shiloh Sanders was in pregame talking about I'm gonna beat y'all ass. I'm gonna beat your coach's ass too.
yes.
You probably shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, dog. No.
Hey,
where does that even come from?
Hey.
Oh, you know where it comes from.
Look, but see what he don't understand is Oregon was spending money on players before you could spend money on
Players, right?
Openly. So
Definitely a money pipeline.
oh yeah. And I mean, Oregon is the Nike school. That is Phil Knight's school. That's where he went. You know what I'm saying? That's his school. So that's why every week You never see the Oregon Ducks wear the same uniform
at all.
Oh.
And some of them shits I really want to fucks with.
Some of them I'll be like, hey, that one right there.
When they
Wear that again.
yeah, when they broke out I think it was like the all whites, but it was like it had the silver numbers with the green pants.
For me,
I was like, these niggas is clowning right now.
For me, it was the all green, head to toe, but it was all green because the green was like the numbers were in like shadow numbers where you could see them clearly, but you could like kind of barely see them. I was like, and it had and it was just the yellow on the helmet for the duck, for the O.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's
that Nike money.
That's fly right there. I called my nephew. I think my nephew was still up there doing. He was one of the sideline trainers up there. I was like, hey. He was like, can't. I was like, damn. He already knew. Yeah. So, hell, it was funny to me that Phil Knight and Deion just met for the first time this past weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, and Deion got some of the coldest Nikes from the
We know Deion ain't done nothing with Nike for a long time. Because he was like, yeah, they didn't want to pay me right. And I was like,
is Colorado a Nike school?
they are.
Oh yeah, they gonna let him do whatever the fuck he want.
Hell, Jackson State was a Nike school.
Yeah, but Colorado's gonna sell
After
more,
Coach
more
Prime
merch
got
than
there.
Jackson State.
Huh?
I said, but Colorado's gonna sell more merch than Jackson State.
I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to get some Jackson State stuff, and I'm gonna have to get some. I don't want to get a whole bunch of Colorado stuff, but I got to give me. I'll probably give. You know me, I'm gonna get a hoodie, probably.
So how long y'all think Deion's gonna be there?
I say 3 years, or 2 more years.
Okay. Does he go to the league or does he take a?
Nah, he takes a bigger college job.
Okay.
Florida State, whenever it opens up.
I don't know I don't think it's Florida State yet.
No, that actually makes sense.
That's what people have been projecting he's trying to do. He's just waiting for Florida State to open.
Because they just got what's his name?
The dude after what's his name, Bo something?
Yeah, and he's a successful coach. You know what I'm saying? So it may be a minute before Florida State opens.
It might be, but he's positioned himself that in a way that he's not going to take a job. He's not going to take a job
that
as big or bigger than
that'll
the
prohibit him
Florida State
from
job.
going to Florida State.
Yep.
I could eventually see him being. Yeah, eventually, I could see him being Florida State.
Hold on,
yeah,
but what would actually keep him from doing that? Because Urban Meyer went from Florida to Ohio State, and you talking about two schools that are pretty much on the same level.
Yeah, but he also started in Utah.
Yeah.
but Utah's not a slouch program.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But
he banged out at Utah, and that's what That's what actually started his ascent.
He made them a lot better. Like Utah, it wasn't like they was the shit before he got.
I mean, they wasn't like the shit, but they were already a solid program before he got there. Because they had cats coming to the league on a consistent basis. Yeah, a lot of D tackles, a lot of middle linebackers.
Definitely some linebackers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Couple safeties, running backs.
Hey, what if Urban Meyer would have acquired Alex Smith pre-injury? I don't know what if the timelines line up or none of that stuff, but just think of the thought of Urban Meyer coming into the league.
In the league? In Washington?
As bad as dude was as a coach with Lawrence, I don't see him doing any better because he got to the NFL and he acted a fool.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
Yes, I don't think it would have been.
It's still so wild though. Like,
oh, he was wild. He was a wild boy.
but he spent all that time between Utah and Florida building up this facade, obviously, of this.
But
not necessarily,
because Florida, like, he had just a team full of criminals.
He had a
like,
team.
Them
Yeah,
niggas was murderers, like,
and he probably knew.
Mm-hmm.
He may have been out there with him. He was the getaway driver.
Or he was an alibi, or a late alibi.
No.
I'm sure.
No, we was
with
over at
Coach.
Coach's house.
Yep.
Yeah, we was watching game film.
You watching film, getting ready for Florida State.
Niggas out here pulling 211s, like
187.
7-Eleven around the corner got robbed. Nah, nigga, we was watching game film. Coach vouched for us.
Be like,
hey, somebody text Coach.
hey, we was watching game film. Coach. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the 30 for 30 I'm waiting on.
Oh, they already got the special though.
Oh, word?
Yeah. That late the late 2000s Florida squad. Yeah, it's a special one.
The Pouncey twins and Aaron Hernandez and Tebow and
I don't say
that's a wild squad, boy.
Nah,
that locker room was.
shit, Kim was on that squad.
Yep, for a year.
Before he got kicked out, yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild locker room right there, boy.
If he would have stayed in Florida.
Shit. They may have won 3 straight. Because the year, let's see, the year that he won, was he a redshirt sophomore or junior?
Who, Cam?
Junior.
Junior,
yeah. Yeah, that'd have been nuts.
All right, so let's actually get back into the NFL. So, all right, so we got 2 of the probably worst teams that we saw over the weekend in the Bears and the Broncos. So
About to get it on.
So who do y'all think is the worst squad out of those 2, and who do you see winning this week's game because they playing each other?
Well, I already know that the losers are whoever has to watch that.
So basically, everybody in Chicago and Denver, you asked out this week.
Hey, man, I'm going to take the over, man. I'm going to take the over.
I mean, no defense will
What's
be
the
played.
over?
Yeah.
Or
No,
what's-
I don't even know what it is, but whatever it is, I'm taking it.
What if it's 100? You taking it even at 100? Even though
I couldn't.
Like Vegas would never let that happen.
I couldn't, because I already know that
I take it at 85.
Justin Fields ain't gonna score that many points because their offense is just confused and terrible.
It could easily somehow be 45 to 40. Yes.
But I mean, the over under, it's going to be mid 40s at least. It's probably.
I'm taking it.
40. It's going to be.
I'm taking it.
48.
This is the one chance both these teams gonna have all year to get off. This is it. This is your Super Bowl right here.
That's some bad football.
Okay, check this out. Denver is favored by 3.5.
Because they're at home?
They are not at home.
Oh.
It is Broncos at Chicago. Denver is favored by 3.5, and the over under is 46.
I was close.
I'm running with it. Over. Yeah. Yeah.
You almost have to.
Yeah.
You know what? It's gonna be under.
Hey,
We talking about a
if
team
it's
that
under,
gave up 41 and another that gave up 70 last week.
It's gonna be under, because the Bears' offense is not designed to get you 70. The Miami Dolphins' offense is designed to get you 70, and they just use that Broncos shit because hey, Mike Daniels wanted to be the Broncos head coach. They was like, nah, they didn't even interview him. They didn't even holler at him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, I was ball boy. You know what I'm saying? How that even sound? You know what I'm saying? That's
y'all got that good out here.
You know
I need that.
I know I need that. Y'all got me down here with these. This might be some fentanyl in my shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'll be over here vaporizing. Man. And, you know what I'm saying? So, y'all wouldn't even hire me. Y'all wouldn't interview me. Y'all, fuck y'all, man.
Toss it
so
up.
We're going to run this,
Let me see you toss it up.
Yeah, so that was personal. The Bears' offense, not designed at all for 70. Designed at best for 24.
So even if Fields gets off against the defense that we saw last week,
24.
70 points.
I mean
24.
2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Fields.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's 28 right there.
That's 28. Okay, so 24-28. Y'all not really helping your point.
No, but I'm saying 24-28 is the over.
I don't think the Broncos scored 20.
That's going to be a horrible game.
Yeah, the Bears gave up 40 whatever to us as the Chiefs, but that's the Chiefs.
But that was just in 2 quarters, too.
And that was in 2 quarters. After that,
I don't know. I just feel like they all gonna let it rip. Like let it rip, and whoever loses is fired.
And even when letting it rip,
Right after the game.
I still see the score being 23-19 or 23-20.
I think the squads are too bad for it not to be a shootout. And honestly,
Yeah.
It's gonna be field goal Rama.
No, and I don't even think it has to be a lot of offensive scoring. I think it's going to be some pick sixes, some special teams too.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be bad football.
If it's
all
pick sixes, it's gonna be the Broncos defense pick sixes.
But there's definitely going to be some kind of crucial special teams play, some kind of return or something like that. That's going to be like, yeah.
a bunch of penalties. Like that's going to be this is going to be a horrible game.
I think whoever wins is going to score 30 points, one way or another. One way or another.
I can see 35-32.
That's what I'm saying. I can easily see that, but conservatively, just to get over the over, yeah, I can see us hitting 47. I can see that hitting 47 easy.
Y'all relying way too much on offenses that have over the past season and a half or season and a third shown us that they are not capable of scoring. It doesn't matter how terrible the defense is in front of them; they are not capable of scoring.
But they're capable of giving up the pick six or fumble recovery. Both teams.
That is more likely than, or that's more fearful of an option than them actually scoring, because I guarantee you, I'm betting. If I were to bet, I'd bet the under.
You're losing your money.
I don't think so.
No, somebody gonna get some aggression out in that game. Somebody.
I mean, the only person that's good is Patrick Surtain, the second junior. What is junior second?
Second. Man, somebody's got to get it. That's what I think it's gonna be Fields. I think it's gonna be Fields. I don't know how you recover from a 70-20 game and and just rally back and win the game the next week. I can't see nobody rebounding that fast.
And you really think that
Look who they're playing though.
But the defenses are whack enough that Russell can get off a couple. He'll have like 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, and somehow they get a rushing touchdown and either special teams or defensive touchdown.
So we giving y'all that good betting advice.
Hey,
FanDuel at the over.
You know what this? You know what all this says about the Broncos though.
they suck ass.
Well, Judy and Cortland Sutton are overrated.
Sutton's been playing decent.
But
I don't know. How do you rate the wide receivers when your quarterback is a trash can?
I don't know. I think it's a symbiotic relationship.
Because D-Hop has had some of the worst quarterbacks in the history of the league, and he bombed out before Groper got there. Like D-Hop is who he is, no matter who the quarterback is, as long as it's not Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, but D-Hop is special. I'm going to pull that one. You know what I'm saying? You can have a whole offense focused around D-Hop running 9 routes.
That's what the Texans used to do for about 3 years.
The same way I was saying that the Chiefs could have 7 plays for Derrick Henry. Hey, don't worry about anything else that's happening. You running the exact same right up the gut to the right. Hey, you running this exact same 9 route. Don't worry about nothing else that's happening. We got a whole bunch of other shit happening. Trust me. But you 9 route.
Hey, you know who else I'm not sure if they're gonna make it? Arthur Smith from Falcons.
Nah, he's solid. He gonna make it. They're gonna give him. He got at least one more year.
And they would like this year. They would have to be real bad, and show no signs of being halfway decent.
I don't think you're gonna get any breakout from Kyle Pitts or Drake London this year.
Do they need it though?
Because they do. They need a pass.
Robinson's gonna be.
That running game is special.
Yeah, that running game is old school. That's how Marshawn Lynch say, pound a motherfucker's face.
But teams are gonna start stacking up on them.
And that's when hopefully Ritter can.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I think they would have to. They would have to lose all the rest of their games for that to even be a question.
Let's not act like that ain't in the Falcons repertoire.
With the South as bad as it is right now.
Hey, Baker looks good.
Nah, Baker looks serviceable.
That's good for Baker.
And Baker
at this point
is also a comedian. Because when he hit old boy with the "get your weight up, son,"
man,
get your weight up, little son, little dude.
Yeah, get your weight up, little dude.
Oh man, that was funny to me.
Like, you think he's playing pickup basketball to talk that type of shit.
Oh man.
Well, after week 3, we got I did my own top 5. Just who I think the top 5 squads in the league are right now. Man, after last week, I had to put the Dolphins up there, but at a tie for number 1, I also got the 49ers. And then the last 3 teams, I got the Eagles over the Chiefs, And then I got the Bills after the way they whooped
The Commandos.
Yeah. After they beat their ass, so that's my top 5 squads.
Hold on, so go over it again. Who are the?
I got Miami and San Francisco tied at number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got
So-
Eagles, Chiefs, then Bills.
So Eagles 3, Chiefs 4, Bills 5.
Yep.
I could go with that.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah.
Chiefs still got to really figure out who their go-to guys gonna be.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying that he can't have, more games where he's throwing it to 10, 11, 12, 13 people.
But there needs to be some kind of pecking order. Something. Something. He's got to have more than one. Hey, he's out there somewhere.
Man.
He's got to have more than one of those. I don't think we're going to be successful without that. And the closest we've ever come was Sammy Watkins.
You mean that receiver?
Yeah. As far as having, well, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me not say that right because Reek was here at the same time. But third option. Let me see, more so like third option. You know what I mean? Because obviously Kelsey is receiver 1. I think they have an idea of who their number 2 is. I think it's Rashee Rice, and I think they just
If McKinnon is on the field, it's McKinnon.
yeah. But it's not. They don't have they don't have a solid second, and they have a even less solid third. And you got to have a third in there that's going to be reliable. That's going to come in and wreak havoc. You know what I mean? Going to fuck up the scheme or something.
And do it consistently.
Well, your third has to do one thing greatly. Whether it's this dude here, I don't know why, but you can't stop him if he's running the slant.
Right. Exactly.
If he's running a slant, it don't matter which direction it's going, where it is, 10 yards down, 5 yards down. The slant, immediately he's open. Trust.
Right.
Or, as long as the ball is in front of him, caught and yak.
We need receivers that are going to not just know the route tree, not just be fast, that they're going to, dominate the play enough to be in position to catch the ball.
This nigga said dominate the play. Go ahead, Billy Blanks.
I'm just saying, the same way Travis Kelce does. He like his responsibility, he just does to the umpteenth and to the detriment of his defenders, and it leaves him wide the fuck open. And we need to have more people that can do that.
Yeah, but that's going off script.
Here's the easy way to say it. Our receivers don't win. They don't win. They like Pat just hits them in the fucking head, and hopefully they catch it.
Well, a lot of the drops have just flat out been just on the receivers.
Right.
I mean, Pat's put the ball where exactly where it needed to go. Hell, the pick 6
right
was not Pat's fault, other than him throwing it to him altogether. But
The ball can't hit you in the hands like that.
And you not catch it.
And it's anybody else's fault but yours.
Yeah, so I mean
they need a better veteran presence than what they have in the wide receiver core. because none of those guys are dominant. You know what I mean?
I mean, you gotta be lacking somewhere.
Yeah, but why lacking? I've never understood this about Andy Reid. It's like I think, look, he was burnt by T.O. Like he was never ever going to lay all his eggs in the one wide receiver again. That's why Tyreek didn't get signed.
I mean, he took him to T.O. took him to his first Super Bowl.
Right.
Like that should have showed him something.
It doesn't matter. Didn't matter. It was too much of a headache as far as he'll never say it. He'll never say it. You know what I mean?
There's not going to be another T.O.
But he was burnt by that. He was scarred by that shit. He was, and so now everybody's like, for the most part, 6'3" and under. And either got a fucking 4.3 40 or.
So you saying T.O. is probably the reason why he didn't draft DK?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Damn. Kingdom, y'all hear that? Y'all blame that on T.O.
I'm not saying that's a blame. I'm saying that's that's Andy's style. There's so many other overall gifted wide receivers than the ones we drafted, and they were in position to draft them and they didn't do it because first and foremost, Andy wants you to buy in. If once you buy into the concepts, we'll make you faster and stronger and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But I need you to be able to buy into the system first. And a top level wide receiver these days is typically a prima donna. You know what I mean? And they just got a swag about them that fucking pisses people off.
Yeah, but they really toned it down though since that T.O. era. Cause like you had him, you had Ocho, you had Moss, like you had.
Oh yeah, it ain't near like what it used to be. No. But they still try to assume that role like the wide receivers are the basketball players of the NFL positionally. Yeah. They the ones that most want you to see their face. They absolutely want it. And yet everything, all of your success is dependent on so many other factors.
Yeah, I say it's the most dependent position on shit, maybe in sports.
Yeah. So yeah, Andy ain't fucking with it. He's not. I don't think he was. I don't think he was. I don't think we were ever actually considering D-Hop. I don't think so. Because D-Hop is going to demand fucking 15 to 20 targets.
But
again,
if that's the case, then why go to Tennessee?
Cause y'all ain't got nothing else in the wide receiver core.
But he knew coming in exactly what we do. Like no matter how good D-Hop is, and he's one of top 5.
He still thought he was good for 10 receptions a game.
Oh no. At this point in his career, with the quarterback we have, with the squad.
But like you said, he ain't never had a good quarterback, so he ain't even thinking like that.
No, he had Groper for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I said they balled out.
They did. But he ain't even thinking about that. He was thinking about that bread, and he wanted to go somewhere that didn't have nobody else. So he was the top of the pecking order as far as the wide receivers are concerned.
Yeah, we ain't got
no upside wide receivers, none of that. Just some dudes, some fucking dudes.
If that.
Right, like. So he's like, yeah, that's perfect. Just give me my money, and yeah, I know I'm good for 10 catches a game.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Because ain't nobody else catching it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Vrabel ain't making them earn their numbers.
Oh.
Just have them niggas out there with jerseys and no numbers until you earn it.
What did it say? DeAndre Hopkins is like a virus. He's the only one catching it. He's the only one coming down with it.
On some other I guess this is kind of sports, but really not sports news. Uno got the No Mercy edition coming out.
Yeah, I saw that.
No Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh my.
No mercy.
Draw 10.
Oh my.
Draw 6 and draw 10.
Oh wow.
And then if you get 25 cards in your hand,
It's
you
a
out.
wrap. Man, what are you playing? Just two players, and they get two back-to-back draw 10s.
Better hope you got a couple draw 6s at least.
Oh, hey. I want J. Cole to stay out of Football Matters. He posted this letter that Colin Kaepernick sent to the Jets. Saying, yeah, why don't you just put me on the practice squad? I understand some rappers, and he's one of them, have, gigantic platforms, which they can highlight certain social justice causes, and I'm all for that. But stay out of that, J. Cole. He's not really going to get anything out of that. You know what I mean?
I'll say he was hanging out with Topanga this weekend, though.
Oh yeah, that was a lick. That was a lick right there.
Yeah, I was way more interested in that than Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
But I think we all need to just accept that for the lawsuit alone, Colin Kaepernick is never coming back to the NFL.
Ever.
For you can take all the kneeling, all the pig socks. You can ignore all of that. The fact is, the NFL had to settle with you for multi-millions. For multi-millions.
The bag.
At one point, the number I kept hearing was 40. Right? That's it, bro. That's it. That's it. And in all likelihood, you can do nothing but tarnish your legacy. You can fuck around. You can fuck around and turn yourself into a never been. A Super Bowl fluke.
He did get his job taken by Blaine Gabbert. So that should have told him something right there.
I don't think he wasn't good that last year, but I don't think he should have lost his job to play Gabbert, dog.
But it did happen though.
Yeah, no. He likely needed a change of scenery, like to go to Miami or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But all the kneeling and shit got in the way. If none of that shit would have happened, he would have got cut from the Niners, and somebody would have picked him up, and he would have had some kind of resurgence. I'm not saying he would even sniff another Super Bowl, but he would have got back to the form he was at when they first put him on the field,
or at least a backup somewhere.
Right?
Because it's like the fact that he didn't get picked up as a backup, and you got 32 teams out there, that should have told him right there, okay, it's a wrap for you. Like we didn't gave you this money.
Your skills are not that unique enough. Mm-hmm. For you to say, yeah, you can just come back in whenever you want to, Jordan. Right. Yeah, you know what I mean.
And I mean, if at this point, if Cam can't get a job in the NFL, I don't.
No, Kaepernick can't get a job in the NFL. No.
I mean, after seeing Deshaun Watson, my bad, grew up in Cleveland, sit for a year.
Damn near 2 for real.
Yeah, about a year and a half, 2. Yeah. I don't think I would want anybody who's been out the league that long.
Yeah, it's like you're literally talking about the best athletes in the best shape of their lives. You know what I mean?
And it's been it's been a solid forward now, because he wasn't on the squad that went to the Super Bowl against y'all that first year.
Right.
Oh shoot, he's been out the league like 6 years, I want to say.
But yeah, no, that's just done. You know what I mean? It's just done. And I feel like now all these celebrities that bring up the subject are literally just fucking cloud chasing. You know what I mean? They don't really have any realistic belief that he's gonna come back into the league. Well, he's like 30 now.
Nah, he's way older than that.
He's like 33.
33, yeah. Come on, man. Come on.
I'll say that's all I have for tonight. Y'all got anything else?
Nah. Oh, man. If y'all don't fucking do something with Najee Harris, bro. Hey, man. Although I will say that problems there, or the line is definitely not what it used to be. There, but y'all pissing me off in fantasy. Figure that shit out. That's all.
Well, all right. Get it together, Pittsburgh. Oh, and before we go, don't forget this Friday, September the 29th.
Yep.
We will not be having a show. The lawn is actually going to be over at Lemonade Park. I'll say, we got the U-Spin. Is it the U-Spin Extravaganza Music Festival?
The Lemonade Park
I got that
Friday
shit right.
night. That's all I know. Lemonade Park Friday night.
7 p.m.
Yeah, $20.
Pull up.
Yeah, the name is way too long for me to be trying to.
First and the inaugural.
Man, hopefully. All right, y'all. Peace.